split screen masking effect in Cutfilm. First, bring the first video down onto the timeline. Press Make Composite Shot. Hit OK. Bring the second video to the timeline. Now you can go back to the first video, hit Effect, Generate, Split Screen Masking. Once you've done that, you can decide how many. This is the cut line, which is now on the screen. Easiest way to see it is to go to Border, Width, and make it thicker. Once you've done that, you can then go to Direction, and to make it vertical, change this to 180 degrees. You can do that by sliding back and forth on the number with your arrow, or to be precise, just put 180 into the keyboard and hit Enter. Now you can have up to 8 cuts on the screen by moving the number of cuts slider or punching in how many cuts you wish to have. Let's try 2 just for demonstration. And as you can see, there's now you go to Input, Layers, and Frame. I am now going to bring in a third image to the screen, to the timeline. Make it full screen. And let's go back to Input, Layers, and Screen. So click number 2. Right now it says none. So we're going to put the picture into this section. Also, position of number 2. We can move your position. Yeah, this position changes the location. I'm messing this up, aren't I? Alright, sorry about that. I'm getting tongue twisted here trying to explain this. Then let's go to the second video, and we'll put that into location input layer 1. So as you can see, alright, we now have 3 layers. Input layers. Input 1, input 2, and input 0. Input 0 has the original video, which is on the top of the timeline. Input 2 or input 1 has the second video on the timeline. Input 3 has the third image on the timeline. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go back to just having 2 cuts for this demonstration. I mean 1 cut for this demonstration. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Now, this is for having the slide back and forth, the split screen. What word am I trying to think of?
Changing the size of the split screen, you mean?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to Position on cut 1, because I only have 1 cut now. As you can see, 1 cut, 1 line, 1 cut. And we're going to go to Position right here. And as you slide it across, you can see that the line slides across. Then we're going to click Position to create a keyframe on the timeline right here. Pause for a moment. I'm going to go up here and mute these 2 things. so we don't hear all that scratching back and forth. Okay, there we go. Position, cut 1. I moved it over so that it's against the wall, and I clicked. When you click the position circle here, it creates a keyframe on the timeline. Click, and to see that on the timeline, we go here, cuts, and cut 1, and there is the keyframe diamond on the timeline. We'll move forward on the timeline to, let's say, here, and new keyframe should have been created. Let's move it back. Oh, there is a reason there's no keyframe. Dork. Because I didn't change the position. Okay. Where am I at? Okay. Let's start over. Split screen line is here. The timeline indicator is at the beginning. I am going to hit the circle at position to create a keyframe, which you can now see here. I am going to move forward in time in the video, and then I am going to move the position of the split screen here, changing the numbers. And as you can see, a new keyframe diamond has showed up on the timeline. If you go back to the beginning of the video, press play, you can see the split screen slide across the screen as indicated by the keyframes. That is the split screen effect in Hitfilm. Thank you very much.
Wow, you're smart.